Personal branding, building your online reputation for success. Your brand's most valuable asset is its reputation in the digital sphere. What impression does your audience have of you? What kind of things do others say about you? All of these are quite important in the process of introducing improved prospects to you or your company. Your brand reputation online is more significant than it has ever been, particularly in the employment sector, where online profile searches have become standard operating procedure for recruiters. A specialist in career branding named Niels Reeve reports that 93% of recruiters admit to scanning candidates online, and that 35% of employers are less likely to interview applicants if they can't find them online. Both of these statistics come from online candidate scanning. The situation is the same with regards to consumer purchasing. More than 90% of consumers, according to a survey that was carried out in 2015 by BrightLocal, read online reviews, and a study that was carried out by Nielsen on the topic of worldwide trust in advertising verified that 66% of consumers throughout the world believe that online reviews are a big component in their purchasing choice. It is up to you to determine if the influence of the internet and being connected is a positive or negative one for you. Either way, you should use it to your advantage. Here's where your online persona or personal brand comes into play. Building your brand is an excellent way to ensure that you have a positive online reputation, and the following 5 steps are some of the quickest and easiest ways to do it. In addition, we follow the same procedure with every one of our customers. Build your brand online with these 5 steps. Number 5. The position of the brand ought to be established very specifically. Who are you and what do you want people to know about your brand? Because you want your brand to be relevant, you should consider your market, including your targeted demographic, the business sector in which you operate, and the companies that you compete with. Create a brand position for your company that includes your goal, vision, and values, using them as a guide. Maintain its singularity, capability, authenticity, and dependability. Number 4. It's important to make a good first impression. When it comes to making a good first impression online, it's all about your profile. The use of visuals is essential. There is more to a profile photo than just a picture. If it manages to pique the reader's attention, they will be more likely to continue browsing your website to learn more about you. You have the option of employing a skilled photographer if you find that you require assistance. Make sure you have adequate lighting, that it is clear, and that the colors associated with your business are there. Show off your stunning smile to put the finishing touch on your look. You may also try making a video profile of yourself to add some variety. Number 3. Your website should be considered your closest confidant. It is recommended that you have a personal website with your name as the domain. It makes searching easier, enhances credibility, and ranks well in Google search results. Your website can act as a central repository for all of your information. Learn more about the importance of having a personal website for your brand by watching this information. Remember to add links to your various social media networks in your post. Make an effort to put yourself out there and be as approachable as you possibly can. Number 2, make your content and share it on social media, blogs, and videos among other platforms. Develop your material and then start the conversation. To assist in driving traffic to your website, you may develop a blog that is hosted on your website and then distribute the blog posts through the various social media platforms that you utilize. Make it a point to draft a press release anytime you engage in an endeavor that could potentially be of interest to the public. In the same way, you can make a pitch to be interviewed by your local publication, which will help develop your authority in the eyes of your audience. The last point I want to make is that in the not-too-distant future, video material is going to be the most essential kind of content. Make use of it as soon as possible, rather than later. Number 1, create a stronger image for your brand while expanding your network. Establish both your brand partners and your media partners. Develop relationships with powerful people whose interests align with those of your brand. Because of this, you will have access to the brand's network, which will enable you to expand your reach. In a similar vein, the media partners you have can help expand your presence among the general public. The right relationship might give your brand the boost it needs to get off the ground. The initial actions to take. To begin, the most important. To get started, open up your web browser and switch to the private or anonymous browsing mode before running a search on Google for your name. Listen to what members of your target audience are saying about you. Are they satisfied with the service you provided? Will they refer you to the other people in their circle? Maintain current awareness of how others in the market see you. You may get a feel for the activity level of your target market by using one of the many online tools such as Google Alerts. You may want to consider communicating with your customer by saying thank you for the positive reviews when you notice favorable reviews about you. If it's a poor review, you should try to research more, ask the consumer about their problem, and try to control the damage. The next step is to implement the 5 steps of personal branding that were discussed before. In the end, preserving your internet reputation requires dedication to persistently upholding your brand. is about making opportunities for yourself and ensuring that you remain open to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Convincing other people of the value you bring to the table is critical to both your career and personal success. When you submit a job application, seek a promotion, compete for a leadership position, or write an online dating profile, you're required to do this. In the modern world, everyone is a brand, whether for better or for worse. Therefore, you need to establish your brand and get comfortable promoting it. The process of defining and communicating one's unique value proposition is referred to as personal branding. Personal branding is an intentional and planned technique, and even though people have always taken care to properly construct their public personalities and reputations, the potential audience for such efforts has dramatically enlarged thanks to the rise of online search and social media, as have the dangers and rewards connected with such efforts. Even though most of us would like to believe we have complete control over our brands, the reality is that this is rarely the case. According to a quotation attributed to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's the total of the associations, beliefs, sentiments, attitudes, and expectations that a group of people have about you as a whole. Your objective should be to make sure that the story that is told about you is not just true, but also consistent, persuasive, and distinct from other stories. Several advantages come along with having a powerful personal brand that is also properly managed. It raises your profile, particularly among the people who are important to you and the goals that you want to achieve. It has the potential to assist you in expanding your network as well as in attracting new chances. And on a deeper level, the process of developing one can assist you in discovering, celebrating, and sharing the unique qualities that you bring into the world. Together, a branding thought leader and a professional matchmaker and dating coach have mapped out a personal branding process. This process draws on the most recent academic research on branding, brand storytelling, and brand management, in addition to drawing on decades of practical experience helping people craft their professional and personal images. Specifically, this process draws on the latest academic research on branding, brand storytelling, and brand management. We had high hopes that this article will provide you with the direction you need to establish a personal brand that you can comfortably and truly inhabit daily to make progress toward your most essential objectives. Determine what your goal is. To begin, you must establish a long-term vision and goal statement. What kind of an impact do you hope to have on the many different types of people whose opinions matter to you, both in your personal and professional life, and what kind of values do you hope to demonstrate while doing so? To begin, you should determine your through line. Consider the significance that you hold for other people, which is rooted in the experiences, choices, and deeds that you have completed in the past. Ask yourself how and why you have lived the life that you have and search for any consistent interests, skills, or character traits that could also guide you into the future. Also, ask yourself how and why you have lived the life that you have. The next step is to write a personal value proposition, which is a statement that includes 4 components: the group you will target, what you hope to supply, your competitive cohort, and your distinctive qualities. After that, you should investigate how these elements connect to your mission, passions, and aspirations. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.